All right, picture this. You're out here setting columns, running pipe, maybe digging ditches, and suddenly the sky changes. You know the look, that eerie green tint, clouds boiling like something out of a movie, and then boom, your phone buzzes with a tornado warning. Let me ask you something. Do you know where to go? I mean, right now, if that warning turned into the real thing. Because when you're working out in the open, there's no basement, there's no just go inside. And when a tornado hits, those few seconds are the difference between walking away and not. This isn't a scare tactic, it's a reality check. Today we're talking tornado safety for folks like you, field crews, construction workers, anyone out on a job where inside a structure might just mean the cab of a backhoe. Let's get clear on what we're up against. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that stretches from a thunderstorm down to the ground. And when I say violently, I'm talking possible winds of over 200 miles per hour. That's not wind you lean into, that's wind that picks up a truck and flings it like a toy. It snaps utility poles, drives rebar through walls, and rips buildings apart. These things can form quickly, sometimes in just a few minutes, and change direction without warning. So here's the first thing to understand. You cannot outrun a tornado. Not on foot, not in a truck, not even if you think you've got a head start. You don't fight this kind of weather, you prepare for it, and you get out of its way. Now, let's clear up something that confuses a lot of folks. The difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. If you hear there's a tornado watch, that means conditions are right for one to form. Nothing on the ground yet, but the atmosphere's primed and ready. It's like seeing a pan on the stove and the burner's just been turned on. Things could heat up fast. That's when you start getting your head in the game. Where's the nearest shelter? Who's monitoring weather alerts today? Are we ready to move? You need to start asking all the right questions for preparation. But when a tornado warning hits, that means a tornado has been spotted either by a person or by radar. That's not a maybe, that's happening. You move, you take cover, you don't finish what you're doing first, you don't debate, you act. And out here on a job site, that can be tricky because unlike office buildings or schools, you don't always have designated storm shelters. Many times you're standing in a wide open area surrounded by steel, lumber, and loose tools. That's why planning ahead is non-negotiable. Every crew should know before work even starts where the nearest safe spot is. Is there a concrete structure nearby, a storm-rated trailer, maybe even a public building within a driving distance if it's close enough to reach safely. If there's no structure, look for a culvert, a ditch, a low-lying area, something that gets you below ground level and out of the debris zone. Because when debris starts flying, it's not just wind you're dealing with. There will be sharp, heavy projectiles moving faster than a fastball. You do not want to be standing upright when those hit. Now, let's say the worst happens. The tornado's coming and you're caught completely exposed. No building, no shelter. What do? You don't try to outrun it. Tornadoes can move faster than you think, and they don't care about roadways. You don't hide inside equipment. That dozer might weigh 20 tons, but it won't protect you from flying debris, and it can get flipped. You don't crawl under a trailer unless it's specifically built as a storm shelter. Otherwise, it's a death trap. So here's what you do. You find the lowest spot you can get to. A ditch, a drainage swale, even a shallow trench can help. You lie flat on your stomach, face down, and cover your head and neck with your arms. You ride it out low, where the wind can't pick you up, and where the debris flies over you, not through you. It might not feel heroic, but it might save your life. Now, let's back it up, because the real win is making sure it never comes to that. Every site needs a tornado action plan, not just a vague idea, an actual plan that gets reviewed with your crew. Assign someone to monitor the weather every day. Use a NOAA weather radio, a phone app with alerts, whatever works. Walk the job site and point out the safest locations ahead of time. Mark them if you have to. Make sure every crew member knows the rally point and what the signal is if the weather turns. And run a drill. Yes, really. Just like you'd practice fall protection or fire evacuation, one quick drill could be the thing that keeps someone from panicking when seconds count. After the storm passes, don't just jump back into work. First thing, check your crew, make sure everyone's accounted for. Then take stock of the area. Look for down power lines, busted gas lines, unstable equipment, or damaged scaffolding. You could walk into a whole new set of hazards if you're not careful. And check on each other mentally. Storms like this shake people up, especially if they've had bad experiences from their past. Now, let me tell you a story. Back in 2022, a concrete crew from the Midwest was working a big pour when the tornado warning hit. They didn't have a shelter nearby, but their foreman had scouted a culvert during a pre-job walkthrough. When the alert came in, he didn't hesitate. He got the crew moving fast. They were all in the ditch within 2 minutes. The tornado tore through and wiped out their trailer, scattered their tools, and destroyed their equipment. But that crew, every single one of them walked away because they had a plan, and they didn't freeze when it mattered. Look, I get it. We've got deadlines, we've got inspections, we've got people asking why the job isn't moving faster. But when a tornado is coming, none of that matters. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your preparation. And when the sky turns, you want that level to be high. So talk with your team, know your safe zones, practice the plan, don't wing it when lives are on the line. Look, your choices matter today to your teammates, to your loved ones, to you. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.